So Agnes, a small conversation today between ourselves talking about mobile language learning research for migrants. You were leading the OU team on the Mazeltov project, and I carried on after that and worked on the Salsa project, which looked into some particular aspects. So perhaps you could talk about the general problem that we've been exploring.
Yeah, the problem space that we've been looking at has been the issue of lots of people arriving in the European Union and the challenges that arise around cultural integration and inclusion, and particularly their language learning, the challenge of language learning. So
Mazeltov built an app. It was a suite of tools, and it was broader than just language learning, wasn't it?
That's right, it had a whole set of tools and services that migrants could use in their daily lives, as part of their daily lives.
Yeah, and from that we then went on to Salsa, which was thinking particularly about location-triggered language learning, and we had a smaller project looking at that kind of work, that area. So the underpinning research was...
Well, I think our main interest that needs highlighting is in the way that migrants can be enabled to be more self-directed in their learning.
Mm-hmm.
So using the mobile technology to support their learning goals, their personalised learning goals. I think that's where we add value through our developments.
We're really interested in thinking about language learning outside the classroom, weren't we? This was extending language learning beyond the classroom.
Exactly. I mean, most people think of language learning as always being contained within the classroom, and this is exploring the territory of out-of-class learning.
And with everybody having smartphones these days, which are pretty powerful computers, we thought these are something that people have, they're domesticated, and we could see whether they can learn things when they're triggered when they're out and about, which was where Salsa then looked at twinning with beacons and doing this kind of Internet of Things approach in smart cities of learning when learners were out and about. What do you think the main findings were that we came out from the project?
Well, the project produced an innovative app, so that's something that we're very proud of. And I think that the design of the app, which was influenced by our incidental learning framework, is something that will be taken forward by others. So we can claim to have had an impact on teachers in the way they have been enabled to rethink their practices, and on software developers, because we've broadened their horizons with regard to the design of apps for new kinds of learning settings out in the wild or out in the world in cities, something that most people don't consider traditionally.
Thank you.